Hi guys, so to build the board we can use a lot of processes like mechanical, imaging, and here we are going to use electroless copper. So let's have a look on the chemical copper process.
So the drilling step is not completed, we can see through the board, but the current cannot cross the board.
Yes, you're right, Clement. You see, we need to put copper on these very small holes. We can use the standard process, but here sometimes they use plasma. Plasma is used for very special boards, special material. Let's have a look on that.
Before depositing the chemical copper, the board must be clean. For the standard process, the first baths will clean up and remove all residue from drilling. For high-tech products, the plasma process is preferable, capable of removing harder residues such as polyamides, high TGFR4, Teflon, and RF microwave materials. This optional process provides excellent roughness and wettability for chemical deposition of copper. The chemical deposition of copper, also called electroless copper, creates the electrical connection between the inner layer and the outer layer. Several chemical treatments exist to obtain conductive holes. We can use copper, palladium, graphite, polymer, according to the PCB technology and creation. The most popular method is to use copper as it is in the plant. The first baths clean and etch the epoxy resin to obtain the perfect roughness of the hole. Later, the boards are immersed in a palladium bath, also known as an activation bath, to deposit a thin coat of palladium. The panels are constantly moving through the bath to remove potential air bubbles that may have formed inside the holes. The palladium acts chemically so that a 1 to 3 micrometer deposit of chemical copper is attracted onto the entire surface of the panel and the recently drilled holes. The control is carried out at the end of this process. Mainly, a backlight test is performed to check the porosity and coating of the copper.
So, the chemical copper is done, connection between top and bottom layer is made, even inner layer if there is.
Okay, so what's next?
Well, the next process will be outer layer imaging. Stay tuned.